tell somebody that was thinking of coming to apply here? What tips, not necessarily to come, but what tips would you give them? Erica?
I think you need to want to do this job because it is tough, but if this is what you want to do, it's like the most rewarding and best experience as well.
I think if you've ever had a doubt, then it's not for you. I think you have to, like Jack always says, you have to want it more than it needs you as such, or need it. And I think that's very true. And everyone has, you know, such a vital part here. And if you're here and you don't really want to be here, then you're wasting someone else's time, and you have to want it.
Anthony?
Just be honest and be yourself. If you come to this audition pretending to be someone you're not, you're less likely to get in. Just because you two can tell, especially like what we're actually like compared to what we're pretending to be like.
Kieran?
I think if you've made this choice, start now, start improving your fitness, start improving everything. Get yourself ready, because it's going to be really tough when you get here. And the easier you can make it for yourself by starting now, the better.
And be ready to change. Don't put yourself into a mould of this is how I am and that's it. You've got to be ready to change and accept that you're wrong quite a lot of the time.
Yeah, let's hope we get that.
Remember that it's all about improving yourself, and it's not necessarily about having to be the best at things when you first come here, because when the MTA doesn't churn out people who are the same. We're all different in all different ways, we all have different strengths, all different weaknesses, so it's all about knowing what they are and learning what you can do with what you have.
Yeah.
It's also a lot about losing our fears and what we think of ourselves. It's really going for it, really, and try to push ourselves in every single class and every single activity. Not saying that you can't do it just without really trying.
And in terms of the audition, just enjoy yourself, because if you learn to enjoy it and relax, then you're more likely to perform better and do the best you can.
Cici?
This is the place to make mistakes. If you make it in the industry, you've lost that chance. But if you make it here, you learn from it and don't do it again.
Bianca?
Trust in you guys, because you get the vibe of the audition. You obviously take on, if you don't believe what you're saying there and then, don't come. Because if you don't trust into what you say, there's no point in coming to each lesson, because you have to trust in what you say.
And this isn't really a drama school. You're not training to be a drama student. As soon as you get here, you're training to be a professional, and I think that's what differs us from a lot of schools.
Annie, what were you going to say? Good, thank you. Laura?
Think about who you want to be trained by, because the people that you're going to be trained by here are who you aspire to be, because they have the careers that you're aiming for. So I can't really think of anybody else who would want to be trained by.
I can.
Be sure that you want to make a lifestyle change, because you have to. This course has to be your life for the next 2 years, otherwise you won't succeed.
Yeah, Annie?
You need to buy into everything that all the teachers tell you, because they are the best people in the industries and they know what they're talking about, and as much as you sometimes don't want to believe it, it's always right.
Well, in terms of fees and funding, you're very, very supportive in that sense, whereas some other schools might say, well, if you don't have the money, then you can't come. I always say, if you want it enough, you'll find a way, and I think you're very supportive of that motto.
Yeah, I think don't let that be something that deters you, because a lot of people here don't have the money to get here, but there are so many ways that you can make money, like fundraising wise, and you're really good before you even come here to say, well, these are the things that you can try in order to get yourself in.
I was going to say about the pastoral care, that a lot of other places you won't get the same help that you offer, Helen offers, any of the teachers offers, Angie offers. You're on call 24/7 if we need you, whereas if we went somewhere else, there probably wouldn't be.
Yep.
Along with that is also, there's no risk of you slipping through the cracks here. If you are someone who's prone, as I'm a bit, to maybe being a bit lazy or maybe not being that great at motivating yourself, you just don't have a choice, you just have to do it. And somewhere where there's a lot more people, there is that chance you could go unnoticed and you could not be learning, and you can just kind of slip through. Here, there's just no way you could do that.
Okay, Annie?
I love the fact that we get taught by you, our principal, because in other schools, they barely ever see them, and it's this scary person, whereas you want to be
got so far for laughing, really. I think at some other places. We're
laughing.
It's like we've been here for just over a year, nearly 18 months, and we've already achieved a lot more than a lot of other drama students.
Also, the training is so intense, like in all 3 of the disciplines. There's not like, it's not a dancing school with a bit of singing and acting. It's like a straight acting course, it's like a dance school, and it's like a vocal course, all in one. You've got no way of slacking on any of them.
Thank you.
I think, coming back to fees, when you're here, you realise what fantastic value you get for money here. I mean, all the admin fees are done by our head, so we don't pay for any secretaries. We get a special week, which is amazing, because you get to learn a new skill. And just the staff are amazing, and I mean, we get counselling. I mean, we're employing arts, let's face it, we need it. I think it's really good, and it's good that we're here 9 till 6 every day. I think it's great value.
It's good that you can see where your fees go.
If you come here thinking that you're good at one of the disciplines or 2, don't think that, because you come here and you honestly do become triple, more than you would imagine, because coming from myself, I was a really bad dancer, and you really, really up your game. And the worse you are at this discipline, the more you want to get better, so the more you do get better, so it's not a worry.
Great. Erica?
I think it's training tailored for you, for what you need, because you are made to work on your weakest areas, and it does make you such a strong performer, because you don't have the chance to be rubbish in anything, because you have to do everything despite you maybe not being comfortable doing it.
I think you don't have like a set thing that you teach everyone each year, and like you said at the beginning of the second term, that each term is going to be a gear shift, as you like to put it. So every term we have to step up our game, we have to achieve things that we didn't have to even set ourselves the term before, which is a great motivator and something that we can strive to succeed.